Welcome in to the N1MD podcast. Your host, Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard. Corona edition number 5.
I know, man. Wow, man. Are you getting used to this format?
Yeah, actually, it seems like people really tend to enjoy it. So I like the fact that people can join in. Is more interactive than, of course, anything more interactive than us recording it and sending it out there. But still, if you want to, if you can't make it to the live broadcast and you've seen this or other people missed it and you want to give it out to them, of course, we're on the Spreaker, Stitcher apps. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. Everywhere you find podcasts, you can find N1MD Podcast. Also, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And, of course, we're here on YouTube Live right now. So, N1MD Podcast, we're everywhere that you need us to be. So, yeah, man, it's still kind of, this world is still kind of weird.
Wait a minute. Everywhere you need us to be. Is that like a tagline for, like, American Express or something like that?
No, I think. I haven't even seen it. When's the last time you seen an American Express commercial?
I know.
Well, you can't leave home without it. That's
that's what I'm thinking about.
I mean, you could leave home without us, but we're here when you need us.
That's right.
So for your entertainment and so forth. So, but everybody's doing well with you, man.
Everybody's doing well, man. How about over there?
Yeah, everybody's doing well. And guess what?
What?
We actually have sports to talk about. Now, not to watch.
To talk about, man.
Not to watch, but I do want to ask you a question, though.
What's that?
Because you were watching it probably for the first time last night. How did you feel watching wrestling last night, just for a couple minutes with no fans? That was your first experience with that. Like, how did you feel about that?
Honestly, when I watch wrestling now, and I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I just happen to catch a little bit of it. But watching wrestling now gives me so much more respect for these men and women, man. They are awesome. They are so good at what they do, because I think a lot of what they do actually, they feed off the fans.
Yeah.
And to have no fans there and still be able to do your promos, still be able to wrestle and and give the performances that they give with so much excitement and enthusiasm, and it's, man, I give them a whole lot of credit. It's still weird for me to watch, but when I watch it, what I get from it is just a great appreciation for these people, man. They are awesome.
Yeah, I almost prefer them performing. I'm a big wrestling fan, obviously.
Right.
But I kind of prefer them without fans, which is not going to always happen, obviously. When we get back to normal. I know, but it's the fans do give a reaction, but sometimes the fans overreact and they try to become part of the show. And that just irks me. It's like when I'm there, you can chant, you could boo. But when people are trying to cut a promo or just trying to talk, there's too many fans that just, I want to interrupt or I want to start a chant while you're talking. It's like if somebody's down there in the studio with you as you're trying to talk and they're just like, Brian, like every other word you're trying to talk, you're just like, yo, just get this out. Like I'm trying to. So I kind of prefer it because they're actually just speaking into the camera, and it feels just a little bit more personable to me instead of just trying to control the crowd. I'm not saying all crowds are bad, but there's certain crowds that are just over the top.
One thing that I do like is that it looks like surrounding a ring are like lasers or something like that, so you can't even really notice that there aren't fans in the crowd. So I think
they just started that. Because before they learn as they go each week. Before it was just empty seats, and it was just like, okay, how do we film this without showing all of these empty seats? So then afterwards, they started working on, all right, let's just get the seats out of here. So then it's just an arena with no seats, but they still have the barricades. So then it was, okay, let's fill it up with something. So let's put lasers. Let's make it a little bit more, dynastic, I guess. Yeah. And they started doing that, and that started working too.
Yeah, the lasers help, man.
Yeah, so it's been like, what, 5-6 weeks now, close to?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I still think I know you think I'm crazy, but it'd be kind of cool, like maybe when they're like walking out, they're doing their entrance, just hear a little bit of crowd music or something. I don't know. I mean not crowd music, crowd noise. That'd be kind of cool. But I mean, that's
you and this crowd noise stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just so strange, man, to see them doing this with no fans. But like I said, props to them, man.
Yeah. Now, Hey, like I said, I prefer it, but at least to me, and most of these shows now are taped. You're not doing them live. They have because there's again, they're in, most of the time they're filming in Florida, so there's a limit on how many people you can have. So none of these shows now are live.
I was about to say, are they filming in Florida because their stay-at-home directors a little bit more looser down there, or?
It's well, I get well they can't well most of they're actually going to where most of the wrestlers live. So most of the wrestlers live in Florida because Orlando and Tampa is like a hub to fly out of. So a lot of wrestlers are available. Like say for instance, one of the wrestlers for one of the shows I watch, AEW, they have a lot of foreign wrestlers. They can't make it. They're not making it in here. So they just had to deal with, okay, where are we going to film at where people live that can come in? You know, you can still come in and, you know, even though there's some stay-at-home orders, if you're working, you know, for job purposes, of course, you can go in. So they're just located at places to where, you know, most of the wrestlers are.
Okay.
So which is kind of cool. But that's hey, we might when all these other sports come back, they might not have fans either, man.
Yeah.
So
real quick question for you, Hurt.
Yep.
Around this time last year, what was going on? What happened?
Around this time last year, April 11th.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my memory only goes back 2 months. I'm sorry, 3 days.
Okay, let me ask this. Okay, what should be going on right now?
Baseball.
What major sporting event should be going on right now? You probably
is it that what the NCAA tournament final or something?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello, friends. Does that ring a bell?
No.
Welcome to Augusta National.
Oh man, the Masters.
Yeah, man. And
dude, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about golf.
And you know who the reigning champion is?
Well, of course, that would be your favorite golf player of all time, Mr. Eldrick Woods, otherwise known as Tiger. We should have put him in last week with the Tiger King. I wonder how Eldrick felt about the Tiger. I hope he watched the Tiger King because that would be awesome. Like this is one thing I wish celebrities would just tweet about. Like I can't believe I'm watching this show.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have another episode too, right? Is it on yet?
Yeah, I think that drops tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So next week we will have the review of the additional episode of Tiger King. I'm saying it right now because I'm going to be watching it. Believe me, I'm going to find it. So if it drops tonight, tomorrow, or sometime next week, I will be watching it.
No doubt.
Because that whole, I still can't get that out of my mind, man.
I know
that show, all the memes, and then people are slowly watching it.
Yeah, like it's still number one on Netflix, man. Because I think people just keep finding out about it. And
oh, look at that. Well, okay. Well, you're what last year your birthday celebration, Dr. Oscar, was still going on. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Because April is a national holiday. Like the whole month is a national holiday. Are we all off? That's what I'm just. So all right.
Oh, we have a question, Hurt.
Okay, because we're about to go into the NFL. Thank you. Wow, that last name looks familiar. Thank you, Jaden. Yeah, so this week, Brandon Cooks was traded again, his fourth time, and he's going to his fourth team. He was traded from the Rams to the Texans for a second-round pick and I believe a future pick. Dude, what do you think about that?
Okay, I think Bill O'Brien needed to bring someone in to replace DeAndre. And he felt like his best move was getting Brandon Cooks, which I believe is crazy. Basically, I see it like this. I think the Houston bailed out LA, man. Brandon Cooks, man, he's been kind of productive, you know, but he's been hurt. He's had like concussions, man. He has a history of concussions. They signed him to a huge deal. And now the Houston's taking that on. Just think about the contracts Houston is taking on. They're taking on the David Johnson contract. Now they're taking on this Brandon Cooks contract. Like, I don't know what they're doing. And they have no draft capital. And they still have to sign Deshaun, right? He's going in his 4th year, and they got to sign Larry Tunsil.
Well, they just signed Randall Cobb. I heard for a 3-year, $27 million contract.
Yeah.
So you signed him to all that money, and you still have Cook's contract. That contract combined is close to $20 million.
So why didn't you just keep DeAndre?
So why didn't you just keep DeAndre, who asked for a raise to about that price?
Right.
And one DeAndre is better than a Cooks and a Cobb.
Right. I just don't get it. Dude, he didn't hardly get anything back for trading DeAndre. No.
He didn't get a second.
No.
I mean, I know he got back
No, I thought he did get it. I thought he did get a second.
Did he? I don't know.
Thought he got a second.
Oh, maybe that was the second he traded then to get Brandon Cooks. If that was the case. But either way, it doesn't make sense to me. DeAndre is far better than Cook. I'm not saying Cooks is bad, but I'd rather have one DeAndre than a Cooks and Cobb, period.
Yeah.
And one player would have been worth both of those guys.
Right. Because you still have Fuller. You still have Kenny Stills.
The one thing about Fuller, Fuller will pull a hamstring just listening to the podcast.
No, but my point is he's still on your team.
Yeah.
So, would you rather have Stills, Fuller, and DeAndre Hopkins? Or would you rather have Stills, Fuller, Randall Cobb, Brandon Cooks?
Any scenario that says I have DeAndre is what I'm taking.
Right. Exactly.
It could be me, you, DeAndre.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, we got to work with DeAndre on that one.
Well, let's answer the second part of Jaden's question. He wanted to know, is there any hope for the Rams?
Hope for them to do what?
Are they a contender? Are they going to be able to get back to the Super Bowl like they did last year?
No. I mean the year before last.
No, last year. They were in the Super Bowl last year.
Well, no. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're not last NFL season, the season before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's not what – because, the NFL season happens, so it can be kind of confusing. Right. But, yes, they were in the last NFL season before this when they weren't in there.
Right.
No, I don't see it. And the draft is coming up. I don't know what their draft pick number they have. I know since they didn't make the playoffs, and I'm not sure if they traded away or not, but they got to replace running back and they got to replace another receiver. Yeah. So, and McVay has to prove that he's, it's funny how his star was so bright and then they struggled mightily last year. So at this point, they have to do something to turn that whole team around because Seattle's still good. Obviously, Arizona got better.
Right.
Because they have DeAndre now.
Right.
And Kyler Murray's coming along.
Right. And San Fran went to the Super Bowl.
San Fran went to the Super Bowl, during this past NFL season. So right now, they could be fourth in that division. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, Dave. I don't want to try to rain on the Rams parade because they have the new stadium. And actually, you know what? If Jaden's still on, I want to know what you think about the Rams' new logo. Honestly, do you like the Rams logo? Because I think we were killing that last week.
Yeah, that logo is pretty awful. I mean, it's terrible.
So, but yeah, I don't see any help for the Rams, Jaden. Sorry.
Now, I will give the Rams credit in one aspect. They got rid of 2 contracts. Now, I don't know how I was going to hit that. I don't know how I was hitting that salary cap, but
that Cooks one is a lot of dead money. I believe it's close to $12 million of dead money left on that contract.
Okay. Yeah, but it should help them out. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, he said he didn't see it.
Yeah, man. Go see it, man. It's
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up for you, Jaden, because it's awful.
It's
let's see.
The draft is in 2 weeks. Right? And everybody's drafting from home, kind of like what we're doing now, maybe.
Yeah.
So, so if all else fails, they can always pick up the phone and make a. They're going to give them some allotted time because none of the people can make it to their. Not every place guys can go into their facility. So the teams
Right.
will be drafting from home. There was one coach specifically who kind of didn't like the idea of drafting from home for security reasons. And that would be your coach.
What coach was that?
That would be your coach. who was afraid, because some Zoom meetings have been hacked recently.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? And do you think there's credence to what he's saying, and how do you feel about it?
I think it's credence to what he's saying, but I think they're not going to use Zoom to actually do the draft. So I think he's more so concerned about just like say if they have meetings on Zoom.
Okay.
If if they're talking about plays on a playbook or what have you, then maybe that could be hacked. But I can't imagine they're doing the draft on Zoom. I think what's going to happen is that they're going to have some type of phone line. It might maybe even be a landline or something like that. But I don't know. What do you think?
You know me, I just kind of feel like they should push the draft back anyway. But
Okay.
since they're gonna go ahead.
So you say you think they should
I just feel like, again, maybe I'll eventually. Oh, look at you being all. First of all,
yeah. Here's the Rams logo.
Wow, I'm glad you blocked out the language in that because that was hilarious.
You said what?
I'm glad you blocked out the language in there because just the language in the title.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Anyway, but yeah, that's the Rams' new logo. And yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of that.
Oh, I did not see that title.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm glad you blocked it out. That was hilarious. I was like, whoa, okay.
Whoa, didn't see that.
Tad bit salty. They definitely didn't like it, obviously. So I just feel like it to me, I don't know. I'm so disconnected from it right now. I'm not saying I have a problem with it going on because it's going to happen, and it's just going to be different. I got to see the presentation. How are they going to present it to us? How is it going to be when people are drafting from home? How are we going to have cameras? Can they have cameras, or things just going to be set up like they are set up now, like how we're doing? Are they going to? Because you can't obviously. ESPN or NFL Network can't send people around the country currently to every, war room in someone's living room. So how is it going to be set up?
Yeah. Yeah, but to me, that's going to be a part of the part of the cool thing, just to see how they do it. Yeah. I'm just curious to see how they're going to do it. So I'm actually looking forward to it, man. Well, of course, looking forward not only just to see, who we get and who gets drafted, but also, just to see how they do it. We have another question here. Do you know the answer to this one, Hurt?
Are they getting new uniforms too? I don't. They haven't made them up yet. If that's the case, I do believe that they're going to try to incorporate that logo and that color scheme a little bit more, but they haven't come out with their live uniforms like the Atlanta Falcons recently did with their horrific jersey choice.
And I'm glad you said that because I was just about
to look it up. Yeah,
put that on the screen too because what? All right. Well, first of all, what are your thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons uniforms?
Yeah, no, they're horrible. I don't think that's the only way. I'm not cool with the whole block ATL thing that they got going on. I don't know if they're trying to look like the Bulldogs or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I don't know. It looks too college-ish.
You know what it looks like? It looks like an XFL, man.
Well, Well, let's hope not, because I don't think the XFL is coming back. So maybe these, you know what? Maybe these uniforms aren't coming back after this season either.
Yeah, I just think, I think these uniforms are terrible, man.
Yeah, the only thing I like is the red and white one because it's like a good color combination.
Yeah, but
I don't like the whole scheme that they got going on. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. You have, like I said, I'm not trying to down the artist, but come on, man. Like the Atlanta,
it's not even artists' fault. They're the ones that picked it, though.
Yeah, but the uniforms look fine, man. Like if you're gonna redo them, you got to make them look nice. These look plain. They look.
There's not an improvement. Like I feel like if you want to step up to the next level of something, there needs to be an improvement, and that's definitely not an improvement.
No, I just don't get it, man.
But
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
now, what about the Bucks, man?
Well, the Bucks just have a whole new team, and their new quarterback is trademarking everything.
Wait a minute, whoa! Before you go there, though, what about the Bucks new uniforms?
Oh, you mean the ones with Tom's face on the side?
No, you haven't seen their new uniform.
No, I haven't.
All right, well,
I just saw that one logo with Tom's face as the swashbuckler.
Okay, well, I'm gonna show you because then these uniforms I actually like.
See, I was not a fan of the pewter look. I like the old school joint. I like the creamsicles.
Yeah, they're gonna bring those back next year. Yeah. But the problem is the uniforms that they wore last year were horrible.
Yeah, they were.
The color combination, the design of the numbers. Oh man, it was terrible. But their new uniforms are great. I love them. I like the red and pewter, man. I think it looks good. Way better than those horrible Atlanta uniforms.
Oh yeah, no, there's. Well, I mean, what could be worse than those Atlanta uniforms? At least I'm sure somebody will come up with something. But yeah, those uniforms are bad. They were just not. But I mean, and you think you have all this time to really get all this stuff done? You should come up with something better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so before we get into these uniforms, while you're trying to find that picture, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So this is what
bad boys. I mean, they're kind of going back to how they used to look, right? Because they had like the all white one with the helmet and the red top and the pewter, and then there's the all pewter one, which that one's a little bit different. But I do like those way better than the Falcons. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but I like those though. They have those. That's the call scheme they had, in the Super Bowl year and everything in those years, and they kind of they changed it up a little bit, but I like it. It's way better than what that trash they had on last year. So. Yeah,
well, it says they're going back. The Bucks are going back to their winning ways, so I guess you got to start with the uniforms.
Yeah, I mean with Tom Terrific there, in Tampa Bay.
Which is one of the trademarks. Good lead in.
Yeah.
So Tom Brady has filed for trademarks for Tampa Bay.
Yes.
For Tampa Brady.
Yes.
And TB times TB, of course.
Okay.
And TB12 Tampa Bay. Now, if anybody else calls it Tampa Bay, I'm going to dropkick those people. That is horrible. Now, I totally understand trademark and stuff because why not, right?
Right.
If you can make money off it, make money off it. But Tampa Bay,
yeah.
Wow.
So let me give you a little bit of insight on this, right?
Okay.
As you know, I listen to Dan Patrick. I get the Dan Patrick show credit on this. So basically, when Tom announced that he was going to
Tampa Bay,
yeah, when he announced that. They came up with like mock headlines, and that was one of them. And the next day they made T-shirts and they started selling them, right?
Wow.
So they were actually selling the Tampa Bay T-shirts. So I guess Tom caught on, and he's trying to file that trademark.
Well, that's not a bad idea. You're right. Somebody's gonna be capitalizing off of it.
Heck yeah. And it was funny because Dan was talking about, we're gonna get sued by Tom Brady now. It was funny, man.
Tampa Bay. That's so terrible.
Yeah, I mean that name is horrible though.
Oh, it's It's not. That's not Tom Terrific. It's not a Tom Terrific name.
No, not at all.
All right. So yeah. So he's trademarking. He's crashing at Jeter's crib. So he'll be down there watching the draft along with the rest of us, I guess.
Now, how much is he paying to crash at Jeter's place?
I believe it is over, because I believe it's right there, maybe on the water or so forth. But I believe it's close to 40 G's a month.
Wow.
Because Jeter's got to be at some. You see, it's a Jeter's birth. It's got to be a top pad. But now, if you go there to visit, do you have to give your cell phone? Does it have that type of, there's the security still? I mean, because there's definitely no pictures of Jeter doing anything. So everywhere you got to go, Jeter. So maybe this is a new security system at Tom's new place. Tampa Brady. Let's move on to Major League Baseball. I know we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, and
you were saying
you wanted to tell me.
You're saying the season may start in May.
Yeah, so I was hearing that baseball was thinking, maybe sometime in May. I think it was mid-May. They may be able to start the season. And I can't remember if we talked about this last week, but it seems like they are trying to do a season in Arizona where they have all 30 teams in Arizona and they won't have fans in the stands because I believe there are 20 spring training sites in Arizona. So they were looking to actually have a season there.
Okay, that's what I was actually going to bring up to you, because I had a feeling what they were going to do is what I was thinking about. They were going to actually do what they do in spring training and separate them between the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League and realign the teams just for, I guess, maybe just this season according to geography. So say, for instance, here's a look at one of the realignment structures. Grapefruit League would have like a North, South, and East division. So the North would be the Yankees, Phillies, Blue Jays, Tigers, and Pirates.
Wait a minute.
The South. Hold on. It's a proposal.
Okay.
So
wait a minute. You don't even have to.
Hold on. I got to tell you the division you're in. So you're in the South, the Red Sox, Twins, Braves, Rays, and Orioles. And we're in the East. So it'd be Mets, Nationals, Astros, Cardinals, and Marlins.
Whose idea was this?
It's one of the proposals because they could have it. Yeah.
Why do we have to create new divisions for baseball? Why? If you want to play in Arizona, fine, but we don't need to create new divisions. This is.
Well, I think they want to have. I think they were going to try to have it between Florida and Arizona. That's why.
Oh, I didn't hear the Florida.
Yeah, so this is why, because like I said, it's like spring training, the Grapefruit and the Cactus League. So they were trying to, and in Florida, because everybody's kind of going through this whole pandemic anyway. But this is for geography reasons. They would just have it at all 30 teams returning to their spring training sites, to Florida and Arizona, playing regular season games only in those two states and without fans, in an effort to reduce travel and minimize risk in the midst of the pandemic.
Honestly, man, and I'm sure you probably love this idea, but we're going to do all this stupid stuff, man, with regions and spring training leagues, and I don't want to see that. That's not baseball, man. It's not real baseball. I want to see the Orioles play the Yankees and the Red Sox in Toronto and the Devil Rays. I don't want to see him playing the Braves and the Marlins. Nah, man, no, I'm not for this, man. We're not creating a new league. No. And if you got to go to these extremes, then forget it, man.
You would just rather not have a season?
Yeah, I don't want to see a season where I'm playing the Marlins and the freaking Phillies or whatever you said. I mean, no.
Well, you play the Red Sox in Tampa Bay. I mean, I think the leagues in Florida, like, there'll still be travel. Like, you'll still be traveling to play the Yankees, but I mean, you could, instead of taking a bus instead of flying or something. You know what I mean? Like things are closer. But you won't be playing, maybe, I'm guessing, you won't be playing teams in the Cactus League.
Dude, no. I'm
you know
sorry.
what I mean?
No. I'm not buying this. Sorry.
You are the baseball traditionalist.
I am a baseball purist, traditionalist, and I get it. Look, we got to get creative, but no, dude, I'm not buying this one. Hurt. I'm sorry, dude. When you told me you had something to tell me, I was not expecting this.
Oh, I know, but I knew your reaction would be what your reaction is. So I really
you knew. That's why he was like, "No, man."
You're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, all the games. But I don't know how it would even, to me, work to have all the teams in one place either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 30 teams in one state. I think is a lot.
Yeah.
So would it bother? Are they going to do this? This is just a proposal. I highly doubt they're going to do this. I think they would just rather wait and see how everything works out to see if they could, maybe go back to playing games still maybe without fans or limited access or whatever back in their home stadiums. But I don't think that this is baseball isn't the type of sport to me that would do something like this just for one season. I don't think they don't think like that.
No.
I know they want to have a World Series. They don't want to have a canceled season. And I think this realignment would be like a last resort thing to me, honestly.
You know what? I think here's what I think is ultimately going to happen with baseball. Okay, baseball is going to start around July. Okay, we're not going to get an all-star game. We're basically going to get half a season. We're going to get an 81 to 100 game season, and that's it. And it's going to start in July. No, like I said, no all-star break and that stuff. But that's pretty much what's going to happen. It's going to start. To me, this is the best case scenario. You're going to have July, you're going to have August and September. Those are going to be, you're going to have to get in 100 games in those 3 months. At a minimum, 81 games. Okay. And that's it. I mean, it's just because, around July 10th is like the All-Star break. So,
and it's a national holiday.
Right. So pretty much we're just going to miss the first half of baseball, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to squeeze in 100 games.
Okay.
So that's my prediction. The season will start. Best case scenario, it will start July 1st, or maybe after 4th of July. Maybe after 4th of July. I don't know if they want to start it, in the beginning of July. Well, yeah. I'll just say July 1st is going to be a 100-game season.
Okay. Well, yeah, because people don't understand, they do need spring training. They still need it because they didn't finish spring training at all. They need to get in shape. They need to start because I'm not saying they're not working out at home, but playing baseball or any sport, you can't just get into it.
No.
That's why people.
It's more so pitchers, though.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. So, and honestly, if they did this realignment for a season, you know me, I would love it. I wouldn't mind playing the Astros a couple of times because I wouldn't mind throwing at them. I wouldn't mind. Nationals, Astros. This is Marlins, Cardinals. Cardinals used to be in our division anyway. I don't mind any of that stuff. We still have a rival there with the Cardinals and the Nationals. Like I said, the Cubs are over because they, for some reason, the Cubs and the White Sox playing in the Cactus League, so we wouldn't be playing them. But all those teams over in the West, I wouldn't really miss. I honestly wouldn't mind it. It'd be something different just for a season, but because I want baseball. I want baseball. I wouldn't want them to cancel a season unless we had to. Because honestly, if they cancel baseball, then I would feel like college football and the NFL would be. And if that's the point we get to, then they would be up in the air as well. So I would want some kind of hope, and if this gives me hope, then I'm going with it. Honestly, like if they have nothing like this is the plan, and there's no other plans they can come up with, I'm fine with it for a season. I just can't the whole season going away is like, oh my god.
Under the scenario, where's the World Series going to be played?
Probably it had to be played in one of those two places. Maybe you could play I know Arizona has the dome, so maybe it could be in one of those domes where the Cardinals play. Maybe you can make that into a baseball. If there's fans, I'm sure by then, hopefully by then, there'll be fans allowed. But I mean, that's it. But would I still watch it? Oh yeah, I'll still watch it. I don't know if we'll be able to go back to, okay, let's just move everything back to the normal stadium. But I would definitely watch it.
Okay.
So it'd be something different, and it'd be only for a year, and who knows? And it maybe in this year, it might not be. It might give everybody an advantage, and it's not the same. You know, Yankees dominating and they have all this money, or someone. You know what I'm saying? It might not be because everybody's at the same level, so it could be wide open.
Yeah,
it could be wide open. So, but hey, that's just me. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
So speaking of games, this Sunday, the NBA is having a game of horse. I think it's live on ESPN. So you're gonna be watching?
Absolutely not. I have no interest, dude. I'm gonna tell you something right now. One thing that this quarantine has taught me is that I don't have any. I can't watch sports if it's not regular sports, man. This virtual NASCAR, couldn't do it.
Virtual. Dude, that was exciting. That wasn't exciting.
No, it wasn't exciting.
Dude, they had the national anthem.
I can't do it, Hurt.
They had a Bible verse read before the race.
I saw that.
By Darrell Waltrip.
I saw Darrell Waltrip.
Tom Hanks' wife sang the national anthem before this virtual race. Why are you? They didn't feel real to you?
I will say I was very impressed with the graphics. I was
really good
with the graphics. And some of the caution flags were pretty entertaining.
Dude, there's a lot of caution flags. It's like a regular race.
But after a while, Hurt, it was just it just wasn't doing anything for me.
Well, the fans there loved it.
That's great. Yeah, they all looked excited.
Yeah, they stood up for the national anthem. Yeah. They were ready to go. I couldn't really see their faces, but I'm sure they were excited. Yeah, it was sold out.
Yeah, it was, man. I mean, it was packed. But no, man, I just can't do it, man. And I have no interest in seeing basketball players from their homes shooting around a basketball. I don't care. It's a good attempt to get some semblance of sports to fans. I get it, but I have no interest in watching that, man.
Well, what about I'll be watching.
All right. So what are some of the matchups? Do we know those yet?
They came out. I have not seen them, honestly. I know one, Tamika Catchings, who just got into the NBA Hall of Fame, of course, who had a fine career at the University of Tennessee where she won a championship in '98. She's a 10-time All-Star, 12-time All-NBA player, won a championship with the Indiana Fever. She's actually going to be in there in the horse. I forgot who she plays in the first round. But they do have brackets. I just haven't seen them, to be honest.
I know. I did see a promo of a woman player. I forgot her name. She was practicing her trick shots. She was going up against Chris Paul. I forgot her name though.
Okay, it wasn't Tamika, right?
No, it wasn't Tamika.
Okay. So I wouldn't mind. Listen, if it's Diana Taurasi's in there, anything UConn, I'm watching.
No, duh. I know you'll watch.
Yeah.
We have a question here. Let's see. Do you think the NBA should restart the season or resume the season in June and July?
It depends on when it's safe. I think because we're in close to the middle of April now, and we're still in this area. We'll see by May. If May things become clear, I think they could start towards the middle of June. And but I believe the NBA will resume its season, and I think they'll finish out the season. It's just it depends on when it's happening. It could be because the NBA usually ends in June,
right?
So because right now would be playoffs.
So here's my question to you, right? So you're saying June? Okay, I agree. If they get the clearance to start in June, I think it's fine. All right. Now let's say they don't get clearance to start until August 1st. Can they finish out the season, do the playoffs, and then restart next season by Halloween?
No. Again, to me, and what they should do, and it's just my opinion, the NBA season does not start until Christmas Day. And if they have to kind of push things back because to finish this season and it starts in December, I'm fine with that. Because this whole year is an aberration. Everything's out of whack. But if we can still get an NBA Finals, imagine if not a lot going on in August. So just imagine in August, maybe September, having an NBA Finals. It'd be so weird, but it'd be cool.
No, that, like, let's watch.
Cool. Like that. Yeah. So it won't interfere with football unless it falls on a Sunday, Monday, Thursday. But I would love to have an NBA Finals at all this year, and I wouldn't mind it starting because I really don't watch the early season of basketball.
Right.
Yeah. So Christmas Day is like, okay, everybody gather around the TV. Christmas Day, we have it. Let's go. Just for for the start of next season, even if it has to be an abbreviated season just for a year, that's what we have to do, honestly.
All right, that was going to be my next question. If you started at Christmas, do you want them to have a shortened season?
Well, they don't have to if they actually move the schedule. So, say they move their schedule from October to December, and they decide their year is just going to start, like games officially start in December. Then the calendar just moves till August, right? And you have nothing to really compete against.
But if you start at Christmas, like you say, you're lengthening. If you keep the game schedule the same, then you're lengthening the season, and you're going to fall into the same problem. So, are you saying this should permanently start at Christmas?
I would like for it to, but again, that also depends on the Olympic year. So, say for instance, we're not having the Olympics, and they moved that already to maybe next year, right? So they moved it to next year, and if any of the NBA players may be in it, I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, but for this, like I said, I wouldn't mind if they permanently moved it because I don't watch it, but that's not up to me. A lot of other fans watch it starting October, so they could keep it after this next season. You get what I'm saying? So say they shorten the next NBA season, they start in December and in June, do their whole regular training camp and stuff, and start again in October. That's fine for me. But they can't. I think they need to finish this season and out, have their championship, no matter how long it takes, and then start again sometime December, even if you have a shortened season.
Okay.
Yeah, because the NBA usually figures these things out. So I have trust.
Okay.
So I can't believe you didn't like the virtual racing, man. That's terrible.
It was started off fine, but after 5 laps, I was done. I was done. I can't look. I can't watch these athletes play video games. I can't watch these.
That was tough. I ain't gonna lie. The video game thing was tough.
Yeah, these virtual simulations with the all-time greats. The all-time great Patriots versus the all-time great Buffalo Bills. I mean, it's okay, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's a video game. I can't watch. I could watch old sports, like if they show Tigers round. I'm sure they're going to do this, but they're going to show Tigers final round last year from the Masters. Like if they replay that tomorrow, I'll definitely watch that. And like I said, I've been getting into a lot of the old Oriole World Series, but that's more so because I never saw them. So I don't have a problem watching old sporting events, but these made-up events, I can't. They don't do anything for me.
Gotcha. All right, so I actually had the matchups real quick.
Okay.
So we have Trae Young versus Chauncey Billups.
Okay.
Tamika Catchings versus Mike Conley.
You there, Hurt? Uh-oh. I think you froze me out, Hurt. All right, looks like we're having technical issues. We're waiting for Hurt to come back. Looks like we have some type of internet problem. See if we can get Hurt back. But yeah, it's just tough watching these sporting events and these made up sporting events, and they're not real. It's just tough. Let's see if we can get Hurt back on the line. All right. Well, we're having some technical difficulties here. We'll see if we can get her back into the NWADA MD podcast feed. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping that we'll be back to some type of normalcy soon. Right now we're in April. Hopefully things will get better so that maybe by May, end of May, maybe we can start getting back to normal again. But we'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, like I said, it's pretty cool looking at some of the old sporting events that take place. I've been enjoying watching. I've been watching Mike Tyson's fights. I've been watching a lot of old Oriole games, World Series games, and that's cool because, like I mentioned earlier, those are games I never saw. This year is I think it's the 50th anniversary of the 1970 World Champion Orioles, so it's been cool seeing them in their World Series. So thank goodness for YouTube and for YouTube having those games on. I've been able to watch those, but it's just hard. It's just hard watching some of these made up events, virtual NASCAR, video games, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Let's see. Still waiting for Hurt to come on. See if we can get him back. Apologize, everyone, for the technical difficulties. One of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to, though, is the NFL draft. NFL draft is one of my favorite events. The NFL draft to me is like waking up on Christmas and going unpacking your presents because you're going to get a new player on your team, and not just one, but a whole bunch of them. And you get excitement. I can remember a couple of years ago when the Ravens drafted Lamar Jackson. They traded back up from the second round to draft him. And it was just so exciting because we didn't see it coming. We didn't see it coming because we had already picked Hayden Hurst in the first round. Everybody thought the Ravens' night was done, and they come back and draft Lamar. It was just so cool. I love the draft so much that I even went to the NFL draft. What was it? About 4 years ago, went to Chicago to actually witness the draft, and it was awesome. And people love the draft. People love the draft.
Hello.
He's back.
All right. Where am I going? Okay. Wow. This is different. I don't know. Don't tell me what happened. I have no idea.
You froze.
Man. So I'm on my this is live. So I'm trying to get a good view here. All right. Yeah, I froze. I was out. I don't know what happened. So, but I'm back, folks. Hope you were entertained. I think it was. I think I've been on it too much. So, but yeah, that is too funny. I think that's what happened. All right, go ahead and answer those questions. I gotta get this camera view up.
Okay. No, because when real sports come back, I don't think advertisers are going to want to spend money on virtual events. They're going to want to spend money. They're going to want to spend money on live events. I don't think there's going to be room on the TV schedule for these virtual things where advertisers will seriously want to kick out some money for that. So my guess is no.
No, yeah, this has got to be real. People want to get back to seeing something. I forgot what I was watching something. Oh, just old. I was watching old videos. I'm here. It took me a couple of minutes. Listen, I'm not computer savvy. I have no idea what happened. Why am I on here and then not my desktop? It's live. Anything could happen, people. Okay, but I am back. Even though Dr. Arscott is a great guest and we appreciate her, but Yeah, I was watching. I forgot what I was watching last night. Maybe it was just old video, like you said, of some games. It's just now it's almost weird to see people interact with each other. Like to see people, just I think it was just a TV show. What was I don't even know what I watch on Thursdays, but just people coming together at the same place.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
Odd, you know what I mean?
It's so weird now, man, watching like commercials.
Like, like why are they holding hands? Like you
can't do that. That is so true, man.
So odd.
It's just like, wow, they're actually together. Especially when you see those TV shows with people like at a bar, you know what I mean? And everybody's all like, wow, man, look at this group of people actually together. Like, it's so strange, man.
So, all right. Wow, look at that. So I don't know if I should go back to this or not.
Man, I actually like this view, Hurt. I like this. This view. Right. Yeah, I like this view better.
Because suddenly the computer rebooted itself, and I see that it's working, but I'll just stick with this.
All right.
We'll stick with what's working.
Actually, man, we don't have too much time left, man.
So you want to get into the Survivor?
Yeah, let's talk about Survivor real quick. Honestly, I kind of forget what happened last week, except for the fact that Wendell got voted off, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but this week, did you see it this week?
I saw because there was a 2-hour Modern Family. I recorded it. I did see who got voted out, and I totally understand why, and I'm finally glad it happened.
Yeah, Adam had to go.
He had to go. Oh my gosh!
But did you see his move that he tried to make?
I saw. What you mean when he tried to find the imaginary idol?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, what is he doing?
Hey man,
and Jeff was like, well, it would be the first time, and no, that's not an idol. But that would be cool though if they did that.
That would have been so slick, man. I'm not an Adam fan.
No, but if he did find one, I actually would have been like, you know what? He kept trying and he got something.
Yeah, that would have been epic, man. I was hoping it looks like it was screwed on to the podium. I was hoping it was like a slit where he could have pulled it out. And,
it did look out of the ordinary, like it didn't belong there.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, man, that was great, man. That was great.
Yeah, but he had to go. So, but like Rob said, there's gonna be a lot of therapy gonna have to take place over on Extinction Island because that dude, I'm surprised he lasted this long because he's kind of been flailing the whole time.
Yeah, he's a good player. Well, obviously he's a good player. He won, but he didn't really play a good game this season at all. He was way too paranoid. He couldn't trust anybody he tried to align with, and he played way, way, way too aggressive, man. Way too aggressive. Like, it's okay to play aggressive, but his style of play was just it was just too much. It was too much.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't trying to be subtle about it.
No,
but he couldn't pick what alliance that he wanted to be in, and he was trying to be out for himself. And in the end, that wasn't going to work out for him.
Yeah. And I know I already told you this, but I gotta mention it again. I killed it this week in Survivor Fantasy, man.
You gotta remind me.
All right, yeah.
Well, I heard you did well while I was gone, so good job.
Out of 25,000 people, I came in 35th place, and
I said, really? That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I would have won. So the crazy thing is, the Immunity Idol Challenge. It came between Ben and Kim. If Ben had won, I probably would have came in first place in Survivor Fantasy.
Yeah,
because
that one went down to the wire.
Yeah. So so just looking at the Survivor list real quickly, I'm trying to see who has the most people left. I think you're you beat me, man. Who had Adam? Okay, you had Adam. Okay, so here's who you have left, Hurt. You have Denise, Nick, Sophie, and Tony. I have Kim, Sarah, Jeremy, and Michelle. I actually think you have the better squad right now. I think Sophie's going to win.
Yeah, we'll see. Denise is doing a good job too, though.
Yeah, she's
really playing.
They're like my 1 and 2. I'm rooting for Jeremy because he's my second favorite player after Boston Rob. He's playing I won't say he's playing a great game, but he's playing a very good game right now. But Sophie Clark is playing an excellent game. Nobody's seeing her as a threat, but she is definitely.
Not at all. She's just blending in there. She just has her little glasses on and just kind of just like there, like she's just there. And in Survivor that works.
Yeah, and she still has an idol.
Yeah.
So she's in such good shape. She's in such good shape right now. Tony, who you also have, is also playing an awesome game. He's one of the biggest threats out there. For him to make have made it this far is unbelievable, man.
As long as he doesn't get paranoid and start building trenches and stuff, or a tree house, start spying on people,
oh
should
man,
be fine.
Just stop building those 20-foot ladders.
Exactly. Just stay low key, and he'll be okay. Honestly.
Yep.
So yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely remind you to play fantasy. It's free.
It's on FanDuel, correct? So anybody.
Yeah, it's on FanDuel. Do you have a FanDuel account?
No, I think I only just have DraftKings.
Oh, okay.
I had DraftKings and I actually did WrestleMania picks on DraftKings.
Oh, they had that?
Yeah, they had that on there.
Did you play?
I played. I did not do well at all.
Oh, okay.
Everything that I wanted to happen, I got like maybe 3 or 4 matches right, but I think I was just going with my heart.
Okay. Yeah.
Happened. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was fun. That was definitely fun. So I'll definitely go on FanDuel for this. You just got to remind me, and I'll be on there.
All right.
So, but this is Survivor's your show though. So
yeah, you right.
Definitely will not be up in top 35. It probably would have been 2,499. So.
All right, man. Well, look, we got to go. But before we go, do you want to, on Thursday, on Wednesday, we talk about Survivor. But also, like you said, man, was the final episode of Modern Family, one of the greatest sitcoms ever, man. But I know I know you love that show, man.
I didn't, we got a couple minutes. I didn't want to get emotional. I was definitely emotional when it was going off. Modern Family started 7 days after my daughter's first birthday. And I watched it from that point on, like from that first episode to this last episode. And it was a show that no matter what kind of day I had, it made me feel better. It always made me laugh out loud. I've never had a show that made me feel like that. And Modern Family was that show. So it was so, like Sofia Vergara was saying, she's like, why can't we be like Law and Order? Why can't we stay on for like 20 years and just keep going? But sitcoms aren't made that way. They do have a shelf life, and they reach theirs. They've hit every, material that you can imagine a family going through. And, of course, my favorite character now of all time in all sitcoms is Phil Dunphy. And his character is one of the best. And man, it sucks. It's April. I feel like give me like 2 more months, of shows, and I'll be okay if it ends before then, or by that time.
But your boy had a classic line, though. Well, not the line, but a classic scene when he was asked if he wanted some quiche.
Yes. But that's the time that he has. So then he kissed the dude on the cheek.
Dude, that was hilarious, man.
God, I'm so embarrassed. He's like, why? He's like, I realized that he said quiche and not kiss. Dude, but that's Phil Dunphy.
Oh, man.
Ty Burrell is Phil. Like, that dude is that dude. And his wife, who's from Baltimore, played his wife on the show. Claire.
Former Lossie, by the way.
Yeah, former Lost, which I'm going through. I'm going to watch some Lost episodes today.
All right.
And we'll definitely get back into that. But oh my gosh, man, that show. Everybody, it had Ed O'Neill, who said he didn't even want to do another sitcom because he was on Married with Children forever. Yeah, but he was perfect for this role.
Ed O'Neill was awesome. I mean, this dude played the iconic Al Bundy, man. Iconic sitcom character. And then he goes
perfectly. Is that perfectly as well? Perfectly.
Yeah. So Ed O'Neill traded in selling shoes to selling closets, and look what happened. Who would have known?
Closets.
Who would have thought it?
But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. He did trade in for a better wife.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nothing's wrong with Peggy, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that there's nothing. There's not a show. That show went actually. When I start thinking about it, that show, as a sitcom, is my favorite sitcom of all time, and it has my favorite character of all time on there now. And I would definitely miss it. But I'm gonna still watch some repeats and everything. But it was, man, that show's great.
Do you like how it ended?
I don't like how anything ends. Probably. I was fine. I like they did the 1 hour retrospective. They were telling us. I didn't know they tried out 284 Lukes. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, they were going through that. This is the only character that they had casted was Sofia Vergara's character.
Really? Oh,
yeah. She was the only one that didn't have to try out. They knew that she was going to be, her character.
Wow, I thought you wanted to say Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, I think they had I forgot who they said that they wanted, but it wasn't too many. Oh God, I almost forgot his character. Jays, not too many Jays that they cast. It was like maybe 30 or 40. But every other character, like Mitchell, was like 200. Cam was like 135. Every character was in the hundreds almost. Manny was like 215. And but it worked out. Like I said, it worked out perfectly. It worked out perfectly.
Okay.
I can't. And they were just such a tight knit family, and all the stuff that you go through. You got to think about those people, seeing all those people on a set for 11 years, and you actually go through life.
Yeah.
Like Julie Bowen was saying, like she went through a divorce, stuff in real life. Her kids are growing up. The Haley, the girl who plays Haley, her fiance proposed to her, and she asked the permission of her real parents and her TV parents.
That's good.
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. So.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll end on that note. But and for all you hip hop people too, IG Live tonight, DJ Premier and the RZA are going to be on 9:00 Eastern time. There's going to be a lot of Wu-Tang. So all you hip hop people tune into that. It's going to be on IG Live tonight. That's going to be awesome. I'll just plug that because I'm going to be listening to it as well. So you can find me on there. But thank you, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I have no idea what happened. Now my computer's looking at me too. Luckily, nowadays we have backups. So, but I heard you carried the show well, man. So I appreciate you, of course, and everyone else tuning in. Please, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, everywhere that you find podcasts is NYMD Podcast. YouTube, click subscribe if you liked it. Sorry for technical difficulties, but it's what being live is all about. And of course, we're on IG, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter, NYMD Podcast. And we are out, and I'll see you next week.
Stay safe, everybody, and happy Easter.